Hello and welcome to Tinker Talks. This is an audio podcast about all things Tinker. We come to you twice a month to discuss various happenings from behind the fence of one of the Air Force's largest bases. This week we are talking about the upcoming 9/11 and POW MIA Memorial 5K run. This is an annual event run by thousands of Tinker participants, and we are joined here this morning by this year's event coordinators. That's going to be Master Sergeant Damont Cooley and Tech Sergeant Hugo Perez. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So, good. We're excited about this. We love to get into this memorial run every year. It's always kind of a real big thing around Tinker Air Force Base, especially to see all those people come together to celebrate such a great thing. So, to start things off, if each of you could just kind of give me a quick little rundown, a 200-word or less rundown about who you are and what got you into this event. So we'll start off with you, Master Sergeant Cooley.
Hello, I'm Damont Cooley, Ranger from North Carolina. I am a computer programmer by trade, but currently work at the Airman Family Readiness Center, and I'm also the president of AFSA. And then that's where I'm at, and I'm co-chairing the event with this young gentleman right here.
All right, and who is that young gentleman right here?
I'm Sergeant Perez. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. I'm currently serving as a recruiter for Oklahoma City, but I'm a former TMO troop here at Tinker as well. Vice President for Chapter 95, and I'm the co-chair for the events this year.
Okay, awesome. And so this year, the event is being run by a different organization. Typically, it's been coordinated and run by the chapel. So this year they've branched out and got a different organization into it. So I would start off, because it's a big event and it's running. Are you both runners by nature? Do you enjoy running?
I myself, I'm definitely a runner. My eating habits are not the best, so I combat that with running. I run at least 5 times a week.
Right.
I'm definitely a runner, yes sir.
5 times a week. How many miles?
Minimum 2.
Okay, awesome.
So I don't run 5 times a week. My schedule's pretty tight, so I run probably maybe 3 times a week. I did train for a half marathon, and I did one. It takes a lot of time. You're running for an hour a day, trying to prepare yourself, but that's the furthest I've gone.
So did you actually accomplish? You did the half marathon?
Accomplished a
awesome.
marathon.
When was that?
I'd say about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, awesome. How about you?
I've never done a marathon, half marathon. I've done a 10K. That's about all I can
pretty close.
handle.
That's what, 6 miles?
Yes, sir.
I think,
6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there. Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay. Well, nobody said there'd be math. It's not my strong suit.
Me neither, especially public math.
You're
Yes.
a computer programmer, so math is probably more in your skill set than mine. I'll do the English part. So, all right. So maybe you guys could just talk to us a little bit about this upcoming event in September, and maybe what makes this one a little bit different from where we've been in the past.
Okay. So essentially this year, the committee that's involved, it's probably twice as big as last year's. Last year definitely set a benchmark to it. This year we added the 24-hour vigil for POW MIA. That's something that I noticed when I was a young airman at Kunsan Air Base. They had a vigil going on. So that was the first time that I encountered kind of an event like this, and now we're making one happen here at Tinker.
Right.
Our resources, due to the momentum from last year, we could definitely afford to do that this year. So we're still going to have the same theme. It's going to be Never Forgotten for both events, for 9/11 and for POW MIA. The vigil is going to be consistent of somebody running or walking with the POW MIA flag for 24 hours in constant motion. And we're going to have, at the same time, a reciter or speaker reciting POW MIA names.
Wow.
So it's going to run for 24 hours, and then that happens from 12 September. In the morning of 13 September, we're going to have what we call the Memorial Run, which is going to combine POW MIA and 9/11. What's unique about that, if you weren't here last year for last year's event, we're going to have 1,000 flags engraved. So 500 U.S. flags with 9/11 victim names,
Right.
and 500 POW MIA names on the other ones.
That's incredible. And where are those going to be
So
displayed?
those are going to be handed out to the first 1,000 runners that show up the morning of the event. And they're going to be encouraged to run or walk with them and take them, signify that they're not forgotten and that they're bringing them to the finish line.
Okay. And do they do something with them at the finish line? Do they turn them in, or do they keep them?
They keep them as a souvenir.
Really?
Yep.
That's incredible. Wow. That's incentive to come early.
Yes, sir.
Normally I'm kind of straggling along there at the end, but I think this year I might try to get there early. I'd be pretty honored to carry one of those myself.
Yes, sir.
I run it every year. I'm maybe not quite as quick as you guys are. You're significantly younger than I am, but it's a lot of fun though. So tell us a little bit more about the theme of this year's event, and maybe why you guys decided to bring in this 24-hour event rather than just the traditional 9/11 Never Forgotten 5K.
I think like Hugo mentioned just a second ago, we've seen it at other bases, and it was just it was a prime opportunity for do it. We had so much, a lot of people involved last year, and we were able to get more people involved, and we had it at other bases. Why not do it here?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Additionally to that, September 20th is National POW MIA Recognition Day, and we just want to bring specific awareness for that day as well.
Right.
So it's one of the other reasons as well.
And so you said there are going to be people reading off names, the POW MIA names throughout that entire event. Is it actually going to be somebody reading for 24 hours?
No.
Is it? Okay.
No, I hope not. I mean, they can if they want to, but it's broken down into 20-minute segments.
Okay.
So we'll have 20-minute shifts, and during the sign-up, you'll be able to see in real time which shifts are available.
Okay. And I'm assuming they're going to be people that are going to run like teams to do this event, correct? Yes. I mean, I couldn't imagine one person trying to tackle 24 hours worth of running or walking. How are you guys going to monitor?
We have 4 managers for 6 hours, like from 6 to 12, 12 to 6. No, I did that wrong. No. Yeah. Every 6 hours. My bad math. So public math. But we have 4 managers over for that day, from 6 a.m. on the 12th to 6 a.m. on the 13th, from Thursday to Friday, right. And they are managing the slots. Sergeant Daniels, that's the name, that she's our POC for the vigil for that day, and she has we can keep going on that. But we have people sign up for time slots and 30-minute intervals.
Right.
I wish I could remember the number we have signed up so far.
Yeah, it's 20-minute intervals.
20.
But essentially, so we need about 144 volunteers as a minimum. The shifts will consist of 2 individuals minimum.
Right.
But essentially, we're looking for at least 4. And more people can run in teams. So if you had a team of just one person and 6 other people, they can definitely do that. We just got to register for the minimum amount,
right.
At least 2 people.
Right. Jillian, our audio person, will probably go ahead and take the whole 24-hour shift by herself, but
sweet.
Yeah, she's big into that sort of stuff. So
please thank her for us.
Right, we definitely will. Why was it important for you guys specifically to get involved with? I mean, it's a challenge just to put on any event in an organization this large. It's not a full-time job for either one of you. It's a collateral duty. So then you take on the added responsibility of now you've added a huge piece to what we've already been doing. Why was it important for you guys to take this challenge on?
So I was here last year during the committee for the POWMIA run last year as well. Not at this capability, but I was more of just the marketing and advertisement for it. Just seeing the feedback that I got from it kind of inspired me to go ahead and do it again this year, kind of challenge myself. And just seeing the support from sponsors, community, all around the base, it just made it too easy to not do it.
Right. How about you, sir?
He took words out of my mouth, but I think everybody is not. I mean, our names are at the forefront, but we have committee. Everybody's doing just such a big part in it, and I think because of what they did, we're not forgetting what they did. Right. So we want to make a better person for us to make it a great event.
Good. Awesome.
That's our end goal.
Were you both able to run it last year? I know you said you were Sergeant Perez. What about you, sir?
I was TDY last time.
Okay. Did you run it somewhere else?
No, sir.
No.
I did not run it.
But you're running 5 days a week anyway, so it's not like at some point during that week you wouldn't have hit a 5K. And I think are you getting the commander? Is the commander going to do opening words this
Yes.
year?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Such an exciting morning, when you show up to these races and it's pitch black, it's super dark, people are parked but they're out and there's music playing, and I mean, running is such a cool environment, especially racing.
Mentioned the dark. We have spotlights for the 24-hour, but that's what we're hoping. The run on the 13th is going to be around 7, a little bit later. But we're hoping we have enough light. That was a concern by our command chief, worrying about the lighting. But we have spotlights that security forces and LRS is helping us with.
Awesome. That's
Or CE more, maybe.
It's pretty important because it will be dark for a significant portion of that run. Even though, we do have sunlight a little bit later in the day, it's still probably 8-9 hours worth of solid darkness out there. So good. So I'm assuming we've got water and everything all set up and ready to go especially for the 24-hour event.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And could you tell us about the course this year? I understand the course may be a little bit different from last year's course. Walk us through that.
Definitely. So, as you all know, there's construction going on. That kind of prevented the
Construction is progress.
progress. So it definitely changed the route that we took from last year to this year. Honestly, that's probably one of the biggest headaches that we had, trying to change the whole route. But essentially now it's going to be over by the baseball field. That's where we're going to start off. And then we're going to slowly walk our way, or run our way through the course, all the way through the golf course. There'll be maps sending out that we'll send out through email for everybody to kind of look at prior to. But it's a different setting, so less roads are going to be closed, mainly just around the dormitory.
A little bit less impact to
definitely
the base populace that doesn't run it, because I mean, gosh, there may be, if you had 2,000 people run it, that still means there's about 28,000 people who aren't. So it does cause a bit of a significant impact. And how did you guys have to take that into account when you planned out the course? And how did you plan the course? Did you just do a Google map and look, or did you go out and walk this course somewhere?
So we actually talked to Sergeant Platt, blessing in the sky. He actually did the Police Week run, the 5K they had. So he ran that course, so it's been proven that it was effective.
Good.
So we kind of, we got all his continuity. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We just took what we had and we just improved on it.
Excellent. So the course going down through the golf course, more along the fence line, or some of the cart paths through
Correct.
the golf course?
No, through the fence line.
Oh.
Just on the outer side of the golf course.
That will be a nice run. That's a good area and lots of good scenery.
Oh, definitely.
I definitely know two things that help me get through runs, and other than knowing how great it feels when you're done, is music, have headphones, and different scenery. Like I could not be a treadmill runner. There's no scenery to it. It would lull me into a sleep, and then I'd crash. But,
so speaking on that, since you're mentioning music, the 349th Recruiting Squadron has a Can-Am and an F-350 with speakers all over it. So an idea, I guess I'll give you a little a gift or a little insider.
Peek behind the curtain.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're going to have a Can-Am that's going to serve as a DJ during the event location, which has speakers is wrapped with the Air Force, with the U.S. flag and Air Force emblems all over it. That's going to start us off. Once we have a flyover, that's going to signify the start of the race, and then we're going to have a Can-Am that's going to lead us off with music playing through the whole route.
You guys are going
We're going all
big.
out.
Good for you guys. You're raising the bar. The benchmark next year is going to be a little high for somebody. So how many volunteers does it take for you guys just for the run portion of this race? All the people that hand out water and they're passing out food and shirts and all those great folks.
Course marshalers, yeah, so we're estimating about 100 individuals that we need the help for, along with the committee of security forces to help block that road and kind of have inflow traffic for people that need to get away from the dorms or back in. So it's about 100 volunteers, and obviously not including the 24-hour vigil, that's 144 right there.
Wow, so a lot of people. And sign-ups are going well?
They are. So right now we're estimating about 700 RSVPs for the run itself.
Right.
And we're at probably 90 signups for the vigil.
Awesome, that's incredible. And then the first 1,000 signups get a T-shirt, correct? Okay, and so you're at over 700 already. So time's getting close, and we're
Definitely.
still many weeks away. Will they be able to, say you give away all the 1,000 t-shirts, is there any way people can get them otherwise? Because I don't think we can sell those types of things. So I guess that's it, right? 1,000 and they're gone.
First 1,000.
Right. But
You can still sign up to run.
Right.
It gives you a chance to kind of get the flag if you show up early. But definitely still sign up so we can keep track of that you're coming.
I was just going to say that,
Yes.
and then maybe you can get both the flag and the
Definitely.
shirt. But if you miss out on the shirt, definitely, that flag. How big are the flags?
They're about 5 by 6.
Okay.
They're kind of a wooden stick,
Yes.
kind of
Right.
just smaller, desk size.
Awesome.
I would say.
That's great. That's very cool. So tell us how people can sign up for this event. Where do they go to volunteer?
So there's a flyer, 2 official flyers going around. It has a QR code. If you have an iPhone, if you turn on your camera, you put the QR code or you face your camera to the QR code, it's going to link you to the link.
Okay.
So you just click on it and it takes you right to the sign up link. There's emails going around as far as the sign up link on the email itself. You can also find those on AFSA Chapter 985. We have a post on there with the link and the flyer.
Okay. And so is there anything that people need to know that maybe we haven't talked about yet, or things that you'd want to cover about this event? I know we have the fire teams coming out, right? They always run in a large group. Now they run also with off-base partners, correct? Local community fire departments and
Correct.
police?
Yep.
Okay,
And-
so talk us through that a little if you could.
We're inviting them, so our invitation committee is working that out. I don't have an official count as far as who has agreed to come out or not, but they're more than welcome to. So we partner up also with obviously the chapel and the AFA. So we're working with them hand in hand to kind of get the community more involved with this as well. But definitely if they come out, just like previous years, we'll have the fire truck out there
Right.
holding the flag. And hopefully they can run the course as well.
Excellent. Now you guys as being event coordinators and running this whole thing, will you be running during the event this year, or do you have to, because of you guys working it, do you have to stay back and not participate in the fun?
It depends on how tired I am that day, but I think I don't think I'll be able to run on Friday morning. Hopefully I'll be running on the Can-Am with the commander,
Right.
cheering like go. So hopefully that's my goal, to be a cheer that day. Like and Friday's usually my one of my rest days. Wednesday and Friday, my 2 rest days on running. So
Okay.
hopefully I'll be cheering. I'm a pretty good cheerleader.
Good, awesome. And you, Sergeant Perez?
Unfortunately for me, I'll be at NCOA during that time.
Okay.
I'll do my best to see if I can come out, at least hopefully just for the start, and then I'll leave.
Right.
But I'll have Sergeant Cooley represent me and hopefully tell me how it was all about and plenty of pictures to show.
We're taking tons of pictures.
And that just actually, proves the point of, like, this is just a collateral duty. Like, literally, your mission and primary military function still has to happen and come first. So it's pretty incredible that you guys have been able to step up and do this. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get us on out of here, but I do appreciate both of you sitting down with us today to talk about this great event that's coming up.
I will appreciate you.
Awesome.
you.
So thank you for joining us for another episode of Tinker Talks, and please remember to rate and subscribe, and please leave us some feedback. We would like to hear what you want to know and think about this podcast and maybe some future episode ideas. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. You will be able to find all things about this event coming up next month for the run and the Memorial 5K and the POW MIA Memorial. You can find that all on our social media sites on Instagram and Facebook. That's at Tinker Air Force Base. And if you follow Twitter, that's going to be at @team_Tinker. So until next time, we thank you for joining us for another episode, and you have a great week.